We are starting a new segment during our 4 p.m. newscast, Mental Health Monday, and each Monday we will hear real-life stories, hear from experts, look at the treatment and resources that are available in our area. And today our focus is on men's mental health. And joining us to talk more about this topic, Eric Hipple, a former Detroit Lions quarterback, and Christy Buck with Be Nice. Thank you so much both for being here with us. You know, Eric, you've been very open over the years about your experience, your struggles with depression. Just tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, I guess my mom had depression, but we never talked about it or never had a name for it. And it really never hit me until probably until after 10 years of playing with the Detroit Lions, and I left. That transition's a big one. I kind of lost purpose and not knowing who you are and kind of finding your way through it. But then I went through this deep dive and just had struggling. And started struggling with the business I was running, and things kind of fell apart on me. And I had an incident where I actually jumped out of a car that was going 75 miles an hour. My wife was driving at the time. And but I woke up in the hospital and still didn't seek treatment. You know, stigma associated, didn't want anything to do with it. So I was just kind of put my blinders back on and kept plowing forward. But it wasn't until I lost my son, he was 15 years old and lost him to suicide, that it really came home. And my wheels kind of fell off at that point in time, and I spent about a year just trying to be numb, you know, that whole time, and just so, you know, substance use and everything else that went along with it. And it wasn't until I finally got treatment, you know, sought out a place called the University of Michigan Depression Center, and got treatment for myself, but then started learning about what this thing is. And a lot of things started making sense then, with my mom, what I'd gone through, what my son had gone through, and that made all the difference in the world. So I started, you know, to work on hard-to-reach populations like men, you know, like former football players, military veterans, and those groups like that I thought needed, you know, an answer themselves for, you know, men are kind of, we try to fix everything, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of like listening and asking questions about things, we just try and fix it. And you have to have the right answers to be able to fix this. And so that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, because you were a football player in such a masculine sport, talk a bit more about how you really found the courage to speak out.
Well, it's real tough. Because in the locker room, you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be the one who's responsible for the team not winning. And so you try and stay ahead of all that stuff, and just don't talk about certain things. Even though it might show up, you know, in your work ethic or your play, it might show up, but you don't talk about it, and for fear of being benched or people looking at you differently.
Mm-hmm. And Christy, you can chime in as well too, Eric, but you know, how do you approach a man in your life who may be struggling? You can sense something is wrong. How do you approach that, Christy?
Well, and again, we've got to get ahead of it before it gets to the point where someone gets into trouble, acts recklessly, gets arrested, and all of a sudden, suddenly, they're forced into treatment. The discussions should start earlier. And so you can start with the typical things that the man is typically behaving, right? That are very much him as a good person that has mental health, it's okay. And then when I notice these things, I want to point out what's typical in the way of good and right, and what I've noticed that's different now. You're not coming home early anymore. You're not coming out of your room. You are not coming home at all in the evenings. You go directly to the bar. Typically that wasn't you. You spend time with the family. You don't want to go to family functions anymore. Typically you're the first one that wants to be at family functions. So pointing out what typically is the good, the right, and then what I've noticed that is different. Eric knows directly what those things can be like and who is the person to approach him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, my wife actually, the support system that she kind of put there, and my daughters as well, you know, that kind of rallied around me. But I would think the non-judgmental, support that was there. And yeah, you're going through these things, but she could have bounced me out of the house several times, but she didn't. She hung in there, especially when I started going through treatment and getting some answers.
Yeah.
And that's why we're so involved in businesses right now. We know that men hold a higher suicide rate than women. And oftentimes it's because of the stigma, the conversation that's not happening is the thing that keeps someone from getting help and treatment. So with Be Nice right now, we are really forging ahead to go into businesses and get to these middle-aged men that hold high suicide rates. So amongst men, they can talk with each other also. A good friend shouldn't be shy from bringing it up with someone that you really love, that you work with, to help them find that help and treatment. Eric does a big program with the NFL now, and that is peer-to-peer programming where people feel more comfortable to be able to talk about this.
Yeah.
What's your message to men right now? What do you want guys to know?
I think that it's okay to talk about these things. I wrote a book called Real Men Do Cry, because that's another stigma barrier buster that I think there's a time and a place where you need to. It's healthy to do that. It's healthy to understand what those emotions are and what they're trying to tell you. And I think that knowledge base opens the door for you to be able to get help. It's like mental fitness. We know what it's like to be physically fit, but mentally fit means you have to ask these questions. You have to say, am I doing the best I can? Is there another source out there that can better me? That I can learn more about my mental health.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Awesome. And we're going to continue this conversation. The next 2 weeks, we will have different groups on talking about the resources, treatment available, and we'll hear another story from a man who is part of a men's grief support group. He'll be sharing his story of grief and how he was able to get through some difficult times. Scott.